Will I come back to Tesla stock? This will be the topic of this vlog, so make sure to subscribe and like if you're new here. I invested all my life savings in 2017 and invested more and more into Tesla stock. I was one of the handful of Tesla investors here on YouTube. And then I sold everything around Corona and a little bit after. I'm thinking to go back, and I will tell you in this vlog why. But first of all, let's play a clip, an old clip by me talking about Tesla shares. And don't mind the quality. It's like, I was new to YouTube and everything, but it's super funny where I explain the value and what I see, why I think it's undervalued and everything. So check it out. Tesla to me has a quite superior product and is basically the direct competition to Uber. Tesla and Elon Musk basically announced that they will cut costs, and Elon Musk will review every 10 page of all the costs running through Tesla. Tesla CEO who basically owns 3 companies, and I think he's building a huge transportation empire. So as you can see, I was very much convinced by Tesla. And I believe that at some point, obviously, I think that the biggest run on Tesla stock is already over, where you can, in a very short time, make the most gains. But I think playing with stock options as well as buying just a regular stock, I think there's huge potential in Tesla still. I will tell you why. When you look into companies, you always need to look into their innovations, right? So, for example, Apple is a huge value company because they sell a lot of phones, a lot of computers, but the innovation is a kind of bit of lacking, right? Because if you think about the next big product by Apple, I think is it the Apple Vision Pro, where we have headlines that they are reducing the production already and it's like a face computer? Or is it something else, right? The car business, they kind of left from there, right? The Project Titan, they absolutely, said, hey, we will not do it anymore after putting billions of dollars into that. But with Tesla, you have so many innovations. It is absolutely crazy to think about what will happen when all of them will work out, right? So first of all, the car business is still growing tremendously. Obviously, we are now in the economical phase where people don't buy so many cars, and used cars are kind of expensive still, and Tesla second-hand cars are losing a lot of value. The Corona crazy price hikes of cars is over, and people are waiting maybe with their new car purchase. So we have this kind of timings, but I think that overall EV car business for Tesla will be still a huge game changer in terms of value creation for the company, right? So we have still the self-driving cars, of the robotaxi business, and so on and so forth. So I think the car business will grow by itself tremendously over the next years. But then you have also the energy business, and then you have the humanoids business. I believe that the humanoids are something that is out of this world. And I think that while there's a couple of startups that building this kind of robots, I think that Tesla has a huge advantage because they are so far ahead with AI. Now, before we diving into more into this project, I would love to talk about my old project that is on since 3 years. We have phenomenal results, as you can see. It's all about day trading and leverage the knowledge of professional day traders to you. Okay, so let's say you want to day trade, because day trading is now maybe the most profitable thing on the stock market, because long-term investing is kind of difficult. We were at all-time highs, and we were here 2 years ago. So, it's kind of difficult. And that's why I created with my team a huge software that is called Autopilot. And it's actually, you are getting all our trades all automatically once you're in our group. You need to have $10,000 at least to join us. So if you have that and you are interested to receive all of those trades automatically, so you can enjoy life more rather than sitting in front of your boss the whole year. I think this is the most beautiful thing, to be financially free. So If you want to scale to 1 million, like that's, the way to go. So make sure to go on my website, xndatrading.com, check out which time slots are available, book a call with me or my team. We can help you as well to join our group and receive all our trades all automatically for you to benefit from the great opportunities on the stock market, right? So let's talk about the Tesla Humanoid. I was recently in France, in south of France, and I was like thinking, wow, sometimes you wait for a service employer to bring you your wine or whatever it is, right? So I was thinking, well, imagine those restaurants or those beach clubs would have humanoid robots, right? So you just raise your hand and the robot will go straight to you and deliver whatever you want, right? So I think that the restaurants would sell more. They would pay less for staff. The staff can work essentially 24 hours, right? They don't need to have like breaks or are moody or anything. I think and this in every industry out there, if it's, building industries, some very hard jobs to do, some very monotone things to do, jobs to do. I think this is very, very important to see. This is a huge market. And I think that Tesla is best positioned in because Elon Musk is maybe the most innovator of all time. Second, Tesla has the huge resources. They are very strict in innovation. They're very strict with the best people. They have just to imagine, on regular jobs that they write out, let's say they have 4,000 jobs to cover in their company, they get hundred thousands of applications because everyone wants to be at Tesla, and that's why they get the best teams to work on the biggest problems. And I think that what they show in terms of the humanoid going from version first until now is really a huge milestone. Every time I see it, I'm blown away where this could go together with AI, right? Obviously, there's a huge risk as well that those humanoids and AGI will turn against us in a kind of Terminator fantasy. But I think that I would be willing to go back into Tesla, and my target price should be somewhere around $100. I feel like that's a really cool price for Tesla. I think in the short future, we will run up until $200. And then I'm hoping that the economy will show some further slowdown and will bring all of those stocks a little bit cheaper like it did beginning of 2023. I unfortunately missed it, the run of Tesla from $100 to $300 almost. But I think these opportunities come every now and then. And then, you can just start to invest into the long term. And then I will also load up into stock options because let's say you make 300% on your long-term investments. This can be 2,000% on long-term stock options. I obviously will mention that in my group at the first. So if you want to join our day trading group, check out xndatrading.com. But I would also make sure that whatever I do with Tesla, I will cover here on this channel because it's like the OG, right? I mean, I came from Tesla. Tesla made this channel big. I know there's a lot of Tesla fans out there in the subscribers. So I'm really looking forward to come back as Tesla investor as well and show you. But I just think it's hard to time the market. But if you do, you will be heavily rewarded, right? So I just think knowing what I know all of now, I think there will be a better time to invest into Tesla. And I think that this will have lots to do with the economy and the Fed and what they do with the rates. But if all of this plays out, I think also you will have the huge benefit that you can, based on my research and our knowledge, you can just copy it. It's obviously never financial advice, but you can, if you like what we say about the stock and when to enter, what we do, and what we think, then make sure to take this into consideration if you make your next long-term investment. I would love to be with you in the same boat like we did with Tesla and other stocks. I really look back into the time where we talked about Tesla, and I really had so much fun because there were so many negative comments. A lot of these comments I see now also on space stock of Virgin Galactic, where I'm also heavily invested, and I think there will be a huge turnaround possible. The risk reward is great. So I think that, this kind of negativity is not yet seen currently in Tesla. And I would be more willing to invest much more when I see a negative sentiment, because this is always the best time to then pivot and go back to new all-time highs, because then you will have like a short squeeze, you can have a gamma squeeze, you will have a lot of interesting market phenomena play out, and then you have a huge turnaround, and then you have like crazy moves, especially on the earnings, when there's earnings surprises. I remember like when I was like in Tesla, and for the very first time in my life, that was like 2018, 2019, and I had like a day where my portfolio went up $30,000. I was like blown away. And then it was much more and even more. So I think like this feeling, I would love to transfer to you, being on the right side of the trade. And that's very hard, but I think like that's possible. And I will tell you all the story in the next couple of months. How I want to be back at Tesla, why I want to be back at Tesla, and I will also tell you exactly all my moves with stock options and everything. So make sure to stay tuned, and I see you obviously in the next video.